Okay, we are here. We're doing it. We're getting this fuck. Finishing it. I found what I needed to get rid of the organic material outside the gate. I have 4 more pieces of the mutagen puzzle. So I think I'm there, man. I'm fucking there. It's dynamite. Yeah, so excited. I'm so excited. All fucking decked out in bullets too. I'm ready to end this. End this now. This madness. Or goes down tonight. If I don't get it done now, I definitely will tonight. Just up to if I can fuck. Bit of a beating right there. So I don't think I don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, but from what I know, I can get 4 more. So suddenly something tightens deep inside your chest and stomach, and you are frozen in place. An overwhelming fear pours over you, and you feel your jaw tightening, your heart racing, and your knees getting weak. It takes all your mental power not to just collapse right there on the floor. The sensation lasts for 3 minutes. Oh, I said 3 minutes. But you just refuse to give in. Eventually it starts subsiding. It's as if you can feel the fear traveling through your nerves and out of your skin, dissipating in the air around. Four more mutagen. Oh, and there they are. Let's just do a quick test. I want to see. Exits. Where are you at? Put you and see what happens. Modify sequence. Exit. Oop. Prohibited compound effect. Okay, so I wonder if I don't need Exodus at all. I just need it for the code, but I don't actually bring it in there with me. I think that's the deal. Okay, I'm gonna do this so I don't accidentally bring the ones I don't need. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Take a look at the big man real fast. Let's just see, because I think... Oh yeah, there he is. Ugly motherfucker. I wonder if I can DPS him down. Let me see if I can DPS him. It'll be anticlimactic, I think, but I am curious if I can. With all the damage output I have in this guns, I think it's possible. Especially if I can crit. If I can crit, motherfucker is gonna get demolished. Come on, shut up, dude. Stop talking. Nerd. Can't believe I'm right in front of him, though. I'm so excited. Funny enough, dude, you're actually gonna help me kill your master. Thousand health. Have to get right in this. Dude, that asshole entanglement fucked me. I think I can actually just DPS him down, dude. I totally can. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to DPS this fuck down. Do this. Much for SSD. Damn, I should have ate a Sammy too. Suck my fucking dick. I don't need to do the mutagen puzzle. I am too strong. Dude. Oh, he's pissed. Suck a dick, pussy. My power is just too much, man. Disable ladder electric field. Enable secondary elevator power. Normally invoke defense, nothing. Okay. Cube. Dude. My damage is just too much. I didn't even need to get the mutagen puzzle. It's ridiculous. Oh man. I fucked that dude up. Oh, I didn't even have my good goggles on either. And I didn't use food. So much could have went wrong. It just didn't. Give us the cube. I'll give it to you if you tell me what it is and why you need it so much. I already explained that to you. Not enough, apparently. What is it used for? I explained enough. You may not receive a further answer. Right, give him the cube. I don't want to get fucked with. The Faceless carefully takes the cube from your hand. One of the soldiers hands him a metal box in which it places the cube, closing it soon after. We have no business with you. He stops speaking, letting silence take over. As he observes you, as they all observe you, you begin to feel uneasy. However, your worry will soon prove to have been unjustified. Produces a strange medallion and hands it to you. This is for you. You are now free to leave. How do I get out of here? There is an elevator southwest of Hella Earth. It is only one functional that we know of. I will go to it. So long. The Faceless nods, during which soldiers behind him move almost simultaneously and pass through the gate behind you, one by one. The towering Faceless is the last one to do so. Oh man. That's awesome, dude. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Do I have Iron Gut? Do I have Iron Gut? I don't, but I'm fine. Oof. What a retarded way to die if I just died right there. I'd have been so mad. Beat the game. Die to a fucking... crap. Quick save. Make sure I don't, yeah. Now I doubt that I'm gonna be able to... Oh, are you fucking kidding me? They must have like planted those. Those I'm pretty sure were not there before, unless I was just getting crazy lucky before. My detection a little better. Boom, 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 boom. The elevator? I wonder if they'd be the short one in the Sea of Stein. Dead southwest. Okay, what the fuck? What's up, T12? You missed it, dude. In the flash of an eye, Short is dead. No puzzle even needed. I saw his pussy health and I was like, I bet I can fucking DPS this guy down before he can even act. And I did. How long did it last? One turn. Which is good because I wouldn't have survived one turn. It was basically, you know, a glass cannon versus a giant wall of flesh, and I would get stomped out if I, you know, didn't kill him. And I wasn't even optimal. I forgot to put my goggles on. I didn't have my best suit on either. Where the fuck is this elevator at? It's southwest. Here? Maybe? West of the lake. Okay. So I was right. Nice. Don't fuck with me right now, dudes. You don't want to fuck with me. As or die. Dude. That ain't gonna save you. I'm convinced I won't be able to make a build as strong as this one, though. At least in terms of pure, like, damage. There's just no fucking way. It's fine. It was a 6-bitch ass. Familiar shape materializes before you. You are startled, but as far as your previous counter had shown, his presence, no matter how unexpected or intimidating, does not mean danger. Once more, a displaced voice addresses you. Yeah, kill shit good. Definitely, T12. Short is no more, and the cube has been returned to the Faceless. I was wondering when you'd show up again. Other events await my or I should say our participation. That is why I am here. I'm looking for someone who pretends to be... I have a... Let me mute, or just the sound on this, because I have a feeling that's really loud. You won't be able to hear my voice. I think the one I'm planning would be at least as strong. Hit me with the facts, D12, I want to know. I'm looking for someone who pretends to be one of our kin, but is not. Adrian Tanner, as he calls himself. Does your lips separate to sound the most obvious question? You hear the answer precede it. Tanner must die, and few but myself can make sure that occurs. I'm a powerful being, so is he. We are the same kin, yet he conceals it better. Reason should be obvious. Why must he kill him? He committed a crime. Do you need me to get him? No. Tanner is no longer in Southgate Station. He knows I am after him, and if I'm correct, he should be on his way to North Underrail. Our events are connected. Yours, Tanner's, mine. I do not know why, but I do know that in such a case, as I saw you being as essential participant in the destruction of Chort, perhaps you are also an actor of similar importance in Tanner's, or even other events. It is an option I would be foolish to disregard. After our conversation comes to an end, I will travel to North Underrail after him. I would recommend you do so too. All the destruction that emerged from events we have witnessed is the consequence of his actions, and one way or the other, actions are unlikely to deviate from the norm. If you want to prevent similar events from occurring, the North Underrail should be your next destination. You'll be able to find me in a place called Hexagon. Ask for 6. I don't know, I have to think about it. Your kin often exhibits foolishness, placing your petty desires before outcomes more important, drawing conclusions with only personal gain in mind. Do not do the same. The faceless blockade is no more, and the railroad should be unobstructed. I believe we will share events again. Stop speaking. His lens is surveying your expression. Ask while you can. You say Tanner is pretending to be one of us. You don't seem to care about concealing your appearance. No. Why? It would be meaningless for me to do so. Deception is not what I want. What can you tell me about Tanner? His power is not far from my own, even though because of his deceptive nature, he is reluctant to reveal it. He hid from me over the course of many events, under different pseudonyms. Every time I revealed him, he vanished. Why won't he fight you? Has he ever tried? No, he is powerful, but not as much as I am. Are you sure he hasn't found a way to increase his power somehow? He tried, but I do not allow him, as you are able to see. What is Tanner's real name? I will not reveal that. You told me yours. Yes, names hold power. I revealed mine because it was necessary. Revealing Tanner's is not. Maybe in some different event. You say your mission was to kill Tanner, yet you let him get away so that you can ensure Short was destroyed? Why? I already told you, it is something I knew was most important. But you didn't know why. Why put so much effort into it when you aren't sure? I was sure it needed to be destroyed. I am not sure why. There is a difference. I could not explain these things to you even if I wanted to. Your language is incomplete. This guy's a pussy. Good. Then our conversation is done, Sam. Link the bill, T12, so I can steal it from you right now. Unless it's SMG stealth, I'm not going to do that. And I'm probably not going to steal it. I already have my Dune Hammer Wizard next. Try something different. Ah, nice. How lucky it is that I have some juice on me. And I'm pretty much done. I don't think I'm going to be coming back, but let's get some more juice just in case. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to do the mutagen puzzle. Like, I wanted to do it, but I was like, let's just see what happens. And then I went down there and I saw that he only had 3,000 life. I'm like, I think I can dish that out in one turn. Let's check his desk. Reds. Don't make me log all this shit. Let's see if there's anything good here. Go talk to the chick. I have something to say. Oh, there she is. From the moment you stepped into the room, Vera's eyes were fixed on you. However, you are aware that the worried look is not only due to your lengthy absence. Sam, I am so glad you're alive. After we heard Protectorate forces were moving towards the Institute of Chort, and not hearing from you for so long, we became worried. Thank you for your concern. I am fine. He nods. I'm sure you want to rest. I wouldn't want to delay it any longer, but something happened. Tanner disappeared. I know. He pauses. So the word is already out. Tell me about Tanner's disappearance. He left his office some time ago, and no one has seen him since. No one saw him leave through any of the station's exits, like he vanished. This has never happened before. So many things are happening around South Underrail, and his disappearance worries me. Vera looks at you. You wanting to say something, but that statement seems like it has been replaced by a different one. You still haven't checked his room. Since you are here, I think it's best you do it. No problem, Vera. I will do it. Usually I would approach Gorski with these kinds of things, but he's still in Core City. That leaves you as the one I would trust the most with something this important. What do you want me to do? See Ezra. He will let you into Tanner's room. Keep your eyes open, and try to find anything at all which might shed some light on what is going on here. On my way. Good. Meanwhile, I think it is time to assemble the council. Return to me once you and Ezra inspect Tanner's room. You know what I think is kind of weird is I feel like Ezra would have picked up on something weird. And maybe this will get addressed here. Or maybe Tanner's just that powerful. Ezra looks at you with his one good eye and speaks his usual calm and even fashion. Have you spoken to Vera? Yes. Ezra presents the keycard to Tanner's room. Follow me. There. I will wait here while you inspect Tanner's room. Won't you help me? I wouldn't want to get in your way, Sam. Okay, I'm going to take a look inside. Do you know something I don't? If I did, I would have told you by now. Right, going inside. You stare at an odd picture in front of you. Its seemingly solid surface is occasionally shifting before your very eyes, and soon you begin to wonder if it is solid at all. Touch the picture. As your hand comes closer to touching the picture, Ezra's words of caution pass through your mind. You ignore them. A warm sensation pulses through your fingers as they meet the surface and vanish it. They feel as if you are pushing them through a viscous fluid, and they also feel distant. Push your arms through the picture. Slowly your arm disappears up to the elbow. The warm sensation now travels all the way to your shoulder and slowly proceeds further, creating a similar feeling to blood flowing into a numb limb, but more intense. However, after holding this pose for a few moments, the warmth begins to dissipate, and your arm feels gone. Your mind begins to panic, screaming for the severed limb, and pain becomes excruciating. Go through the picture. Despite the burning urge to pull your arm out, you instead push your whole body through for a brief moment. It felt like you swam through thick, warm liquid, yet you were clean upon passing through. The pain is gone, and you get to the other side whole. Ask fragments. You see fragments of what appears to be a realistic human face. Ooh, weird. Range panel. Hey, I've seen that before. Judging by its positioning, this could be some sort of console, but you have no idea how it functions since it has no obvious displays or controls. Turn that shut off. As you step out of the picture, you are startled to see Ezra staring at you. I see you found something interesting. I thought you were going to wait for me outside. I thought so too, but something drew me in. Wait, did you know about this picture? No, and still calling it a picture seems rather inadequate, based on what I've seen. Tell me, Sam, what was on the other side of the portal? A small room with a stasis cell of some kind and 2 desks. There was a chemical set and a number of different chemicals there along what happened to be the mass fragments. Ezra absorbs your words, but the only response you get are a few slow nods. You know something, Ezra. The things you describe are familiar to me. Over the years, there were a few instances where I was able to peer into Tanner's mind. Faint shapes of what you described was what I saw. I was quickly expunged, however, in every single one of these instances, so I know nothing of the purpose or the meaning of those things. Tanner's disappearance is a mystery to me as it is to you, Sam, and now I believe it is the time to share the first of your findings with the rest of the council. Go see them. As you were describing what you saw in Tanner's room, you could clearly make out the expression of growing astonishment on council members' faces. You finish, and with that, the room instantly becomes noiseless, as if empty, until old Jonah speaks up. And there it is. What are you talking about? What am I talking about? Aren't you listening, woman? This is the moment where we can... Come on, dude, move, you fucking idiot. Where we can finally sit down and discuss the man, even if he... If he even is a man at all. It's been a mystery to us all these years, that we never dared speak about him. Whatever. I know we were all thinking the same of him. Yes, she pauses. Tanner was a mystery, as you said. His appearance, his background, or lack thereof, and just his presence. He stood out, and it's something I felt as soon as I got here, but no one ever spoke about Tanner ever. And he was a competent man, so I accepted things as they were. Well, Vera, it wasn't only you. I remember Tanner when he came to the station. I had hair and more teeth, and the epithet of old was far off from becoming stuck to my name. Move, dude. Tanner, he looked barely different than what he looks like now. Maybe it's because of that thing you saw in his room, Sam. Tanner barely aged. You people might not have noticed it as much as I did. I felt the same as Vera, and as every single soul in the station, and for good reason. Tanner was clearly hiding something from us, and a peek into his room, as revealing as it is, poses more questions than answers. He shrugs. I don't know, but at least we can now openly discuss Tanner. I do not disagree with anything said here. Our opinions do not differ. However, we need to focus the reasons for his disappearance, and how that will affect Southgate Station. And Sam, I feel, has more things to reveal to us about him. Sam, you performed quite a few tasks for Tanner recently. Ever since he got here, Tanner's been sending him around. You know anything else you feel we should know? Now's the time to talk, Sam. Tell us what you know. The tasks Tanner gave me were all somehow connected to this mysterious object which was stolen from the Faceless, causing them to invade Core City and the rest of South Underrail. I learned that the object is a powerful one, and Tanner wanted it for himself. All this has led me all the way to Deep Caverns, where I've seen it finally get returned to the Faceless. Are you trying to say Tanner was the one responsible for the invasion? This story gets better and better, but what the heck is this object we're talking about? The object is a power source. I do not know what the Faceless are using it for, but it's definitely something important if they're willing to invade us for it. It is a polyhedron made from some unknown material. It had strange markings and what appeared to be sockets of some kind, which is probably how it is connected to whatever it's powering. Incredible. Tanner must have needed that device so badly he was willing to risk an all-out war with the Faceless. There is, however, the question of how he was able to steal it from the Faceless in the first place. Someone must have done it for him, but how the whole theft was accomplished, that I do not know. In any case, you mentioned you went all the way down to the deep caverns. You did, Mac. It's not your fault. It happened in the blink of an eye, so be forgiven for missing it. Tell us how it happened. The object somehow ended up in Cortex Research Facility, from which it was stolen by Chortus. After infiltrating their institute, the Faceless attacked, but the object had already been sent down into the deep caverns, so I had no option but to follow it. Better and better. Stop that, Jonas. Seems like everyone wanted this object, including the enigmatic institute. Why did Chortus send it to the deep caverns? What do they have there? They have Chort. I'm guessing they wanted to use it for something, but I guess it's the best I've got. What? What is Chort? It's one ugly creature. One giant, disgusting, mutated mass of flesh with slimy tentacles sprouting from it. Everyone is silent, exchanging stares. I killed it and returned the object to the Faceless. You got a real pair of mighty boulders between your legs. How do you even walk, son? Fascinating. You have seen amazing things in such a period of time, and you live to tell the tale. But this tale presents more questions than answers, and we still don't know who Tanner truly is, what he was going to do with the Faceless device, and where he is now. There's a thing or two I have learned that might shed some light on who Tanner really is. You tell us, Sam. I've met this humanoid creature which calls himself Ram Umbra. We've met even before Deep Caverns, and it seems we were both involved in all of these important events regarding the Faceless object. Can you describe it? He's lean, tall, about as tall as Tanner, and has a prosthetic arm and leg. He wears a metallic-looking mask, and instead of eyes, he has 4 lenses. One other striking feature is that he has 6 digits on each of his hands. As tall as Tanner, mask, a powerful individual, even capable of things like instant teleportation. The technology he wields is far more advanced than anything we've ever seen. Yeah, go on. He and Tanner seem to be of the same species, from what I understood. Ram Umbra wants to assassinate him, and he seems to have been trying to find him for a long time. Now that he has finally discovered him, Tanner slipped away and fled to North Underrail. What you're trying to say is Tanner has been posing as a human in order to hide from whatever the hell it is, assassin, and now bolted as soon as this Ram Ember sniffed him out. Everything makes sense now. The Faceless object, Tanner's appearance, the stasis cell in his room, his departure. I still don't know what he is going to do with that gizmo, but I can bet the 5 hair on my head it's related to him not wanting to get zapped by his fellow kinsmen. Gentlemen, I think a long meeting is ahead of us. Thank you for everything, Sam. The rest of us have a long discussion ahead. You, on the other hand, might want to get some rest. Some good rest. You've done more than enough. Afterward, you should come to my office. I will. Go to your room. Check my computer, see if there's anything. Oh, okay. And it's from back in the day. While there are still signs of concern intertwined in her expression, you notice more confidence and resolution in her stare and speech. Did you rest well, Sam? Yes, I did. You know why I wanted to speak to you? You wanted to ask me something. Yes, to be more specific, I wanted to offer something to you. Oh, let me put the music back up. I forgot I put the fucking... That should be good. I'm feeling that elevator was crazy loud. How would you like to become one of Southgate Station's counselors? Why me? South Underrail hasn't been this turbulent ever since the breakup of BioCorp. Earthquake, Faceless invasion, United Stations integration, and increasing conflicts between Underrail, Protectorate, and Free Jones, to mention a few. After you left, the council discussed you and your recent first-hand experiences throughout South Underrail. We feel you know would be of great use to our station. That is why we offer you this position, and it is something upon which we've all agreed. I don't know why you didn't use WTC, because I didn't have any. I used what little I had. You don't have to answer right away. Think about this. You will most likely take over some of Tanner's duties. Some of the ones you could manage. At first, then, we'll get into the details and specifics after you've given me a positive answer. Do you want to become a counselor, Sam? Yeah, I'll become a counselor. Vera smiles. I am pleased to hear that. We both know that is the right decision. Another smile escapes her, lasting for a brief moment. I'm sure you will do excellent work. I hope so too. Now what happens? Now you begin. Yeah, I'll have to remember to bring W2C on the next one. After the Scrappers were defeated by combining forces of Black Hills and Protectorate, the political landscape of the very south of Underrail changed. Protectorate managed to take the next step in their plan to integrate the southmost bastion of humanity into their fold. Hunting Tanner. Yeah, but I think it just sounds like you would just keep the game going. It doesn't sound like that actually ends the game, right? Their victory was short-lived, though, because of not long after that, free drones launched an attack at South Railroad outposts above, pushed the Protectorate out of it, blocking their main connection with the rest of the forces in Core City in the north. It ends the game. Oh, okay. It looked like this was the only one that ends the game, or else I probably would have went with that. Because of their newly forged alliance with the Black Hills, Protectorate managed to reinforce through the docks, which allowed them to keep their foothold in Junkyard. However, their plans to establish a permanent stronghold in this town were delayed indefinitely. I thought it sounded more fun and interesting. Yeah, it does sound more fun than being a boring counselor. The constant bombing attacks from the station above eventually forced the Protectorate to evacuate the embassy building and retreat into the streets of Junkyard, where they set up camp, constantly fighting off incursions by the drones. But they held. With piracy being decisively suppressed, the waterways become much more safer for trading, which helped the town's economy and helped ensure its survival for the foreseeable future. With both burrowers and the Rat Hound King out of the way, Athorians extended their hunting grounds and grew their community. Though you took care of the faceless problem, rail crossings troubles had only just begun. Bullshit. One's fucking with them. Since they lost too many people during the faceless attack, they had to seek help from the Protectorate. However, the train carrying the aid never arrived. Eventually, the nearby Ironhead clans took notice of the station's weakened state and mounted an assault. Despite being weakened by the absence of Baylor and his clan, the bandits had smelled weakness and kept on their offensive. Damn. Feel bad now. But Balak has good stuff, so what do you want me to do? So down with fascies. Though the initial attack was repelled, the few survivors decided not to wait for a second one and abandoned the station. Some headed for SGS and some headed for Core City, but the bulk of the community, led by Herb, stuck together and has been said to have settled somewhere to the north. I mean, why would you even, like, invade Rail Crossing? They don't have dog shit. They got buzzers and that's it. With the beast dead, Foundry was able to resume its production. Though economically prosperous and safe from outside threats, the city continued to suffer the same health hazards. That's something I can do about that. Life in Core City went on as before. Caged by the city's high concrete walls and mesmerized by violent entertainment, workers, merchants, bandits, zoners all struggled onward, while oligarchs played their shadowy games. One organization sought to challenge the balance of power in the city, though. The Silver Hand, formed by the Zone Rats gang and led by Gorski, who left SGS to pursue his ambition, taking control of Core City. Though met with fierce opposition from the established oligarchs, the organization still survived, and due to enjoying the general support of zoners and other poor inhabitants of the city, managed to carve out a small piece of Core City for itself. People still flocked in great numbers to watch the arena, their thirst for blood never quite satisfied. The legend of Super Bomberman, a mysterious gladiator who came from nowhere and quickly rose to the title of Invictus, would live for years to come. With the devastation of the Epione lab and the loss of South Railroad Station, the Protectorate suffered a major setback in their plans in the South. They managed to hold their presence in the junkyard, but just barely. However, their numbers in Upper Underrail and Core City remained strong still, as did their will to dominate. It was only a matter of time before they would rise again. The news of South Railroad outposts failing to free Jones took everyone by surprise. No one dared to hope that such a small cell could accomplish such a task. Discovery of the spy in their midst had twofold effect. On one hand, drones were able to operate in much greater safety and found that their plans were not thwarted as often anymore. On the other hand, the knowledge of betrayal sow seeds of doubt and mistrust among comrades. Who else could be a spy? Once the Protectorate soldiers managed to crack the heavy gate and enter the Institute, they found none alive among the carnage. All of the bodies of the dead faces were gone, and all the choice lay where they fell. Except for one. Iden's body was never found. Finally, killing Armos Stavros left the remaining Rastafors in disarray. After Chort was destroyed, they were swarmed by their rampaging Chortlings and slaughtered to the last. Jesus. The Black Sea expedition struggled as soon as its ship sailed into all but forgotten waters. However, Aegis Incorporated defenses did not give in. Slowly but surely, the Lemurian facilities were opened one by one, providing advanced technology, knowledge, and clues towards what would be revealed to be Expedition's ultimate goal, the Acorn. After its acquisition, it was time to leave, and all surviving personnel managed to leave the Black Sea safely and for good. Ultimate gore, hell yeah. In the beginning, since the expedition's arrival, the Grim Jitters mostly kept to their own part of the sea, waiting for the right time to strike. I wish this game had more brutal kills. Like in what way, like decapitations and shit? I know there's the skill, but I don't think it actually shows it. They did manage to launch a series of successful raids along the expedition's retreat, but then they suffered a swift and unexpected eradication, and with it, the great threat to South Underrail waterways was removed. The Sormabirian were defeated in combat. Their capacity to wage war now greatly. But since there was no longer a war to wage, life became just that much more peaceful. Very few who observed this post-expedition period from up close thought an old saying described it best, that broken bones do heal stronger. Dismembered limbs, mess of guts, I don't know, just more. Budget limitations, hopefully infused score. Yeah, maybe. You do have to remember, like, it's an entirely new game, so they're starting over from scratch. I think they're going to use the same engine and shit, but it's going to be completely separate. It's not going to be tacked onto this, so... After all inhabitants of the Muti refugee was slapped. Soon after their departure, however, new muties started populating the island. The only clue to the mystery of their sudden appearance being a small ferry occasionally entering the Black Sea. The acorn didn't remain in Professor Oldfield's possession for long, as it soon found itself in the hands of the expedition's benefactors. Its whereabouts after that remains unknown. And the ferryman still roams about on its trusty ferry, scouring the depths of the Black Sea. As for you, you decided to take Tanner's place in the SGS Council as suggested, first as an emergency appointment and later through elections. As one of the station's leaders, you decided to pursue anti-protectorate and anti-United Station policy, which constantly put you at odds with Vera. Though the protectorate still holds to its ground to the south, you vowed to yourself that you will not rest until they are driven out. And for that reason, you kept covertly supporting free drones in their endeavors. Not everyone was happy with the direction you were taking SGS, and eventually Vera and her followers left the station to join the protectorate in the north in the upper rail. What a bitch. At the same time, though, you gained a new/old ally, Gorski, who was now residing in Core City, applauding your moves and pledged to fight at your side against the protectorate. Having retrieved their precious artifact, the Faceless retreated back into the depths from which they came. You never discovered the purpose or meaning of the medallion they gave you. Oh fuck, I forgot to look at that. Underrail. Feels good, bruh. Feels good. That only took a month and a half, right, Mac? Definitely could have beat it way sooner. Dedicated to my son, Orbay. Oh, does that mean that doesn't mean he's dead, right? I hope not. That'd be sad. Oh man. So I have two choices. I can go ahead and play Hammer Wizard, or I can spin the wheel. What do you two guys think? Do you think I should spin the wheel, or do you think I should just straight up go Hammer Wizard? And whatever happens, happens, and I'll stick with that tonight. maybe today, depending if like I have a build lined up. Spin the wheel. D12, any feedback, bro? I'm gonna have to make the wheel again. Give me 1 second. The Dark Souls desktop is nice. I love Dark Souls 3. Wizard Hammer. Okay, so we got a 50-50, man, and I'm 50-50 split on it. So let's flip a coin. Let's flip a coin. Alright, so we'll do... Okay, so Matt calls heads. So if it lands heads, we do wheel. If tails, we do hammer wizard. Ooh, and it's heads. We're doing the wheel, folks. We're doing the wheel. Okay, let's set the wheel up. And you know what? We can still do hammer wizard. Maybe it'll land on hammer wizard. Make a wheel. Not likely, though. Because there's going to be at least 10 weapons. Or 10 builds. Hammer wizard. Machete. Sniper. Spear, thank you. Pure Psi. Throwing. Oh, yep, pistol, thank you. Shoddy. Fist. Fuck, there was one I was thinking. Now I'm spacing out on it. Oh, did I say knife already? I did not say knife. Yep. There we go, knife. Yep. D12, any feedback? Am I missing anything? Any guns? Oh, AR. And it'd be AR tin can. Because I want to make sure I get everything and spin. Wait, hold on. What time will you deliver tomorrow? As we're going to be closed till shutdown is over. Okay. That's fine. I think that's everything. Let's actually, you know what? Let's do this. 1 second. So give me one last idea. Oh, chemical pistols. There we go. Chem pistol. See? This is why you wait. And I don't want to do crossbows. I could do crossbows, but I don't feel like doing crossbows. I have nothing against them, obviously. I mean, I played it, but it's just like I don't feel like doing it. Feels like it's too similar to Sniper, and I'd rather just do Sniper. Okay. Alright, folks. We spin the wheel. Actually, let's do this. Hold on 1 second.